Okay. Today we discuss about the normal distribution. Normal distribution is the widely used probability distribution when we are doing any type of research, we are doing any type of engineering in or in different field, in various fields. In most of the case, when we are dealing with continuous type variable, normal distribution methodology is the only possible way in most of the cases. Here in this video, I try to establish a very simple trick to solve a harder normal distribution problem. Let us start with a simple example. Okay. Let a random variable x follows a normal distribution with mean or arithmetic mean as 12 and arithmetic mean as 12 and standard deviation as sigma as 4. A very simple distribution variable, continuous type variable x. And now we have to find the probability that x greater than equal to 20. X is the random variable value, and we have to find the probability x greater than equal to 20. At the beginning, we have also there is a given information that phi 2 equal to 0.9772. Okay. Now, first of all, we are assuming here x follows the normal distribution. So x follows normal n with mean mu that is 12 and standard deviation sigma 4. Now, what is the solution tricks? First of all, we have to convert the given variable x into the standard normal variable z. Step 1, convert x to the standard normal variable z. And step 2, find probability of the z. Solved. First of all, we have to convert the given variable x into the standard normal variable z. Now, let us see the tricks. How can we use? We simply use the z is equivalent to x minus mu by sigma. So this is the formula by which we can convert the given variable x into the standard normal variable z. Now, here it is given x, probability of x greater than equal to 20. That equal to probability of x minus mu by sigma. And naturally, x minus mu by sigma is here. So it is 20 minus mu by sigma because x greater than equal to 20. So x minus mu by sigma greater than equal to 20 minus mu by sigma. Okay. So x minus mu by sigma equal to z. So write it z. 20 minus mu by sigma. We already know that is there are two parameters for sigma and mu. So write it mu as 12. That is given here. Sigma is 4. That is sigma 4. By calculating, we can get z greater than equal to 2. By calculating, we get z greater than equal to 2. That is z greater than equal to 2 is given. That is now the step 2. What is our step 2? Our step 2 is find the z, pz. We already find probability of z greater than equal to 2. How to find pz? What are the tricks applied to find the pz? We use the given phi z concept or use normal table. We use phi z concept or use normal table to find the probability of z. Here in this case, we have to find the probability z greater than or equal to 2. Now, how can you adjust this probability of z greater than or equal to 2 with the given value of phi 2? How can you adjust? How can you get, rather you can say, how can you get the probability of z greater than or equal to 2 from the given phi 2 equal to this? How can you get that? To do this, we may take the help of z distribution curve, which is similar like this. Is a bell-shaped curve, z curve. It's called. This is z equal to 0. Z curve, right? Like a bell-shaped curve, and assuming the z is equal to 2 is here, because there the point is 2, and we have to greater than equal to 2, right? So we are stick with the z is equal to 2. So assuming z is equal to 2 is here, so what is the probability z greater than equal to 2? That is the right part of this. This is the pz curve, right? Probability of z curve. So probability of z greater than equal to 2, that is the right part of this. And that is probability of z greater than equal to 2. Now, the meaning of phi 2. What is the meaning of phi 2? We have to adjust. First of all, we have to know the meaning of phi 2. Then we can adjust the this probability value with the probability of z greater than equal to 2. So what is the meaning of phi 2 now? Phi 2, this part is called phi 2, or you can say this part is called phi 2, right? That is, in the terms of probability, phi 2, you can say probability of z less than equal to 2, or you can say phi 2 equal to probability of minus infinity less than z less than equal to 2. So the left side of the z is equal to 2 line. So the left side of the z is equal to 2 line. So again, we must have to know total probability. Total probability means, that is called total probability equal to 1. Total probability, area under this curve, is equal to the total probability. Area under this curve equal to the total probability. Area under this curve is equal to the total probability, and that is equal to 1. So probability z greater than equal to 1 is nothing but equal to 1 minus total probability on area minus pz less than equal to 2. That is phi z. Pz less than equal to 2. That is phi z. So we have to know phi z value is this. So you can write it. By easy calculation, you can say this is the answer. Okay. So this is a very simple tricks to find the calculation, how to find the value of normal distribution example. Now let us go for the example 2. Let us see here. The weekly wage of the workers in a factory follows normal distribution as mean equal to 40,000 and standard deviation as 50, where mu and sigma are in rupees. That is 40,000 in rupees and 50,000 in rupees. If the wages, that means salary, of the 80 workers are less than rupees 350, then obtain the total number of workers in the factory. You have to find first the total number of workers in the factory and find the number of workers whose income is above rupees 450, whose income is above 450. Okay, and here there is another information is given like this integration concept. Okay, so we have to dealing with this in later. First, we have to try to represent this normal distribution problem into standard form. Okay, so here let n, actually we have to find the total number of the total number of workers in the factory. So we assume that let n is the total number of workers in the factory, and before that we are assuming that x is the wage of the workers, that is they are normally distributed. Okay, x is the wages of the workers and x is normally distributed. Now let n is the total number of workers, assuming now we know the probability of x less than equal to 350 if the wages of the 80 workers are less than 350, right? Then obtain the total number of workers in the factory. Now what is the meaning of the probability? Probability x less than 350 means that the fraction of uh, workers whose wages is less than 350. I repeat, probability of x less than 350, that implies the fraction of workers whose wage is less than 350. Okay, so if we multiply that fraction of workers whose wage is less than 350 with the total number of workers n, then you get that number of workers whose wages less than 350. So that value is equal to 80. Okay, I repeat, you can see this line again. If the wages of the 80 workers are less than 350, then we have to find the total number of workers in the factory. So as we already assuming x is the wages of the workers, so x is normal distributed and so on. Now from this calculation, we can see n is equal to 80 by p of x less than 350. Okay, now we have to find px less than 350 using normal distribution concept. Again, what is the rule? To find px less than 350, we have to convert x into z. So the rule is we have to convert x into z by x minus mu by sigma. We know the formula, z equal to x minus mu by sigma. Okay, so we write x, we write z instead of x in this case. Now 350 minus mu, this is the value of mu, right? This is the value of sigma, right? So 350 minus mu by sigma, and z means you can write z as x minus mu by sigma. Okay, so I think this is matched. So 350 minus mu by sigma, and mu means uh, uh, mu means 4,400. Okay, mu means 400 and sigma means 50. So 350 minus 400 is equal to minus 50 by 50 is equal to minus 1, and so phi 1. So z less than equal to phi 1. Again, we can go for the graph concept. If we go for the graph concept, This is z minus 1. This is z is equal to 0 point. Z is equal to minus 1 here. So we have to find p z minus 1. So we have to find this part. And by the definition of the phi, this is nothing but the phi minus 1, right? Okay, so phi minus 1 means this is phi minus 1, right? Now why we have to convert this in this way? Now let us go the tricks for here. It is given in this information. This is given, right? This is given. That implies, what is the meaning of this? This is the normal distribution probability curve. This is the normal distribution probability curve. So what is actually the meaning of this? This is nothing but the probability, normal distribution probability, one, this one, z, this 0. Sorry, I have to write in different way. Sorry. The meaning of this is probability of 0 less than z less than 1. Where 1? 1 is this one, upper limit of the integration. 0 means the lower limit of the integration. And this is the probability curve. And this is the probability curve. So this is pz. This is pz, right? But here we use the t, basically same case, t or z, and 1 is the upper limit of the integration, 0 is the lower limit of the integration. So if we draw the graph, the meaning is 0 to 1. So this area indicates the value as 0.34. If z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1, so this area indicates the value 0.34. So this area. Okay. Now, assuming this point is minus 1, right? Z is equal to 1 here. This point is minus 1. And the probability curve is a symmetric curve. The probability curve, this curve is a symmetric curve. Symmetric means bell-shaped curve. That means this area, that means this dot area under that is the probability between minus 1 to 0. That is probability between minus 1 to 0 is equal to this area. The probability between 0 to 1. I repeat, since the curve is a symmetric curve, the probability between minus 1 to 0 is equal to probability between 0 to 1. Okay. Now, so this value, you can say this value is nothing but 0.34. Am I right? Because this value is 0.34. So naturally this value is 0.34. Okay. Now what do we have to find? We have to find this part. Right? As per the definition, phi of minus 1, that is the left side of the minus 1, that is the left side of the minus 1, minus z. So you have to find this part. Now, you see the total, this part, total probability is 1. You know the total probability is 1. So, again you can say total probability is 1, right? So, the 50% of this, if I divide the total area by 50% of this, so this part is 0.5 and this part is 0.5. Hence the total summation is 1. So if I want to find the green part, so green part is 0.5 minus this 0.34. You can write it, correct? So this green part is, since this is 0.5 and this is 0.34, so this green part will be 0.5 minus 3.4, correct? Or this is the one way to find this area, or you can use this formula also. This is the well-known formula that is we can use to calculate this. The formula implies for any cases. So for last case we have the answer like this. So the answer will be 0.16. So this is the answer, 0.16. Or you can use the formula like this. This formula. This formula means what? For any probability phi of minus z is generated using the formula like this. Phi of minus z is 1 minus phi z. Again, we can go for the phi z. So by definition, phi z will be like this. Here the z is equal to 1. Right? So by definition, phi z is equal to this. This is z is equal to 1. So phi z will be this part. Phi z will be this part. Okay. Phi z will be this part, right? Now, this part is given as 0.34, right? This is given here. This is given in the question. The integration of 0 to 1 by root 2 pi into e to the power minus t square by 2 dt is equal to 0.34. And this is as per the bell-shaped property. This part is 0.5, right? So phi 1 will be, so what is phi 1? Phi 1 will be 0.5 plus 0.34. So this is phi 1, 0.5 plus 0.34. Now, using the formula also, phi z is equal to 1 minus phi z. Phi minus z is equal to 1 minus phi z. We can write 1 minus this, and so you can also do this concept. But basically, what you have to do, normal distribution example will be easiest way if we draw the curve, okay, and try to understand what is the actual area we have to find. Okay. Similarly, now it's almost completed. Px less than is equal to 350 is equal to 0.16. So we can easily calculate by using n is equal to 80 by 0.16, that is 500. Okay. Quite simple calculation. Now the second part, find the number of workers whose income is above 450. So what you have to do? Probability of x greater than 450. Okay, that is z greater than or equal to 450 minus 400 by 450, just like the last cases. Z greater than or equal to 1. Z greater than or equal to 1 means that is the again if we draw the curve, that the same concept. If we draw the curve, z greater than or equal to 1, so z greater than or equal to 1 means that is easiest case, like z greater than or equal to 1. So assuming this is 1, z equal to 1 here, this point. So this is z is equal to 0, right? So z greater than or equal to 1 means we have to find this part, and we know the left side of z is equal to 1 is phi 1, and we know phi 1 equal to, already find phi 1 is equal to 0.34 plus 0.5, right? Phi 1 is equal to 0.34.5. So 1 minus phi 1, like this calculation. 1 minus phi 1. So total is 1. So for the YOLO case, we have to find 1 minus phi 1, and this is the answer. Okay. And so probability of x greater than or equal to 450 is 0.16. So the number of workers whose wages is above 450, since the total number of workers is 500, and this is the fraction of workers whose wage is greater than 450. So we multiplied this 0.16 with 500, we can get 80. So the answer is 80. So the number of workers whose wages is less than 350, that is also 80. And number of workers whose wages greater than 450, that is also 80. Okay.